You know how you can just sort of rush through your day, eyes fixed ahead, and you completely miss these little moments of beauty that are like hiding right there.
Oh, absolutely. We're so often conditioned to see things just for their function.
Exactly. Like a chair's for sitting, a lamp gives light, and a vegetable.
Mm.
Well, that's just
I,
dinner, right?
pretty much the default setting for most of us.
But what if there's this potential for a real aha moment just waiting for us if we could only learn to slow down and, really see?
Hmm. Intriguing.
Welcome to a deep dive that might just open your eyes a bit wider. Today we're taking this really delightful detour looking for aesthetic appeal in maybe the last place you'd expect, a common vegetable.
Okay, I'm curious. Which one?
Our guide is a writer named Ang, and we're digging into excerpts from Choy Sum's Elegant Form, which is part of this bigger work, Notes on Gardening, Part 634.
Ang's Notes on Gardening, right? A classic observation piece.
Yes. And our mission today is really to unpack Ang's unique way of seeing, understand how he spots what most of us miss, and then hopefully translate that into a new way for you to appreciate your own world.
So, looking beyond the obvious, I like it.
Get ready to look at your plate or, your garden or maybe just the things around you a little differently.
All right, let's dive in.
Okay, so Ang kicks things off by saying, Choy Sum, that's Chinese flowering cabbage, is one of his absolute favorites. Puts it right up there with amaranth.
Both staples, beautiful in their own right. Amaranth can be quite striking visually, too.
It can. But here's where Ang takes that left turn, the really interesting bit.
Mm.
He loves them not because he wants to eat them, but because he genuinely appreciates their form.
Okay, so stepping away from the purely culinary view.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's not just a passing glance either, is it? He's like actively engaging with the plant in a way that's completely non-utilitarian.
That's a remarkable pivot, isn't it? What's so compelling here is exactly that shift. It just immediately challenges our usual, often purely functional view of things.
Yeah.
We're sort of wired for efficiency, right? What does this do for me? But Ang invites us to just pause that for a second and consider the inherent visual stuff, the qualities of the Choy Sum itself. He's really highlighting the power of just simple, sustained observation. Not just looking, but seeing.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It really does. It raises that big question for all of us. How much beauty, how many layers of detail do we just unconsciously filter out every single day because we're stuck in that functional mindset?
It's almost like he's giving us a little instruction manual for retraining our eyes. So what is it specifically about Choy Sum's form that grabs him?
The source gets really detailed here.
Okay.
It talks about the tips of the flowering parts having this unique aesthetic appeal. So not the whole thing, but these very specific points.
Right, the tips. That's interesting. Ang isn't just saying it's beautiful. He's dissecting it, pointing to a specific location.
Yeah.
By focusing there on the tips, he's drawing our eye to where the growth culminates, a point of energy, of potential. It's a very conscious act of looking. It really is.
Highlighting that beauty isn't always this big overall impression. Sometimes it's in the little details, the intricate bits.
Yeah.
That specificity is really key, I think, to appreciating things more deeply.
And he paints such a vivid picture, too. He describes how each branch curves gracefully upwards, showcasing its slender form as it reaches toward the light. Can you just picture that? That delicate, almost sculptural upward movement. It makes you think about the elegance in something you'd normally just, chop up.
Exactly. It evokes this sense of aspiration, maybe, a quiet kind of determination.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And that specific observation, that gracefully upwards curve, the slender form reaching toward the light, that's such a beautiful way to describe a fundamental part of plant life.
You mean how they grow towards the sun?
Precisely. The heliotropic response, it's plants instinctively growing towards light. But what Ang observes isn't just the science fact. He sees it as a natural design principle, something embodying resilience, aspiration. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, you start seeing how these natural forms often echo these universal themes, That quiet striving, that delicate balance between being fragile and being strong. It's all captured in the simple lines of a vegetable stem.
Wow. It becomes a kind of metaphor for life itself.
You really can. That quiet striving for growth, it resonates way beyond the garden patch.
It really does. And what's also fascinating, I think, is that Ang's appreciation isn't just for the peak moment, the vibrant, perfect stage of the plant.
No. What else does he notice?
He points out the muted yellow remnants of flowers and the developing seed pods at these tips. It's these elements, the signs of change and transition, that he says adds significant visual interest.
Now that is crucial. It really expands the common idea of beauty, doesn't it?
It does. It's not just about perfect blooms or flawless form. It's about the whole journey.
This is perhaps one of Ang's most profound points. We're often, culturally pushed to value what's fresh, new, perfect.
And the flawless apple, the perfect rose.
Exactly. But Ang focusing on the muted yellow remnants, the developing seed pods, that challenges all that. It's an appreciation for the entire life cycle, even the parts we might see as withered or declining.
So beauty in imperfection.
And in transition. It encourages this holistic view, finding beauty and meaning in all the stages, including senescence, that natural fading process, which has its own kind of quiet beauty. And then there's the promise of new life in the seed pods. If you connect that to the bigger picture, it really teaches us to see the richness in the flow of things, in the changes, not just in some static ideal. It's a powerful lesson in finding value where others might just see, well, decay or an ending.
So, okay, we've unpacked Ang's specific observations, but what does this actually mean for you listening right now? Ang's notes on gardening, they offer so much more than just gardening tips, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's providing this unique, powerful lens to view the world. It's an invitation to slow down, to really observe.
It's way bigger than just Choy Sum. It feels like it's about accessing some deeper layer of reality around us.
Precisely. This whole deep dive, it encourages a kind of critical thinking about our own default settings. What do we consider beautiful? What do we think has value?
Yeah, we're often looking for the grand, the obvious, or things with a clear purpose.
But Ang shows us that these really profound aha moments, they can come from just taking the time to truly see and reflect on what seems ordinary, or functional, or even past its prime. It highlights how much our perception shapes everything. And by consciously tweaking that perception, by trying on Ang's patient, detailed way of looking, we can unlock whole new levels of appreciation.
It's like developing an observational muscle we didn't even know we had.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's the real point here, isn't it?
Yeah.
This isn't just some academic chat about botany. It's about applying this skill in your own environment, like right now.
Yes.
Think about that cognitive bias, functional fixedness, where we only see things for their most common use.
Right. A hammer is only for nails. A cup is only for drinking.
Exactly. An completely smashes that fixedness.
Right.
By looking at Choy Sum, not just as food, but as form, he gives us a framework.
That's an excellent point. And his method isn't just about looking vaguely. It's about deconstructing what you see.
How do you mean?
Well, he identifies specific elements. Graceful curves, slender form, muted yellow remnants. We can use that same process for anything.
Okay.
Take, say, a coffee cup. You could break it down. What's its main line, its silhouette? What about the texture? How does the light hit the surface? Does it have little chips or stains that tell a story? Ang teaches us to appreciate the aesthetic stuff that exists completely separate from the object's job. And doing that, well, just enriches our whole experience of the world.
So let's make it really concrete. What everyday things do you encounter that you've probably only ever seen functionally?
Good question.
Maybe it's the building you work in, or the pattern on a paving slab. Even the way steam rises from your tea. What little details, what muted yellow remnants or graceful curves might you have rushed past?
Or think about being stuck in traffic. Instead of just frustration, you could actually observe. Notice the lines of the cars around you, the reflections bouncing off the metal, the way brake lights pulse.
Finding visual interest even there.
Or just look outside your window. There's probably a tree. We just see a tree.
Right.
But Ang would push us to look closer. Notice the specific angle of one branch, the texture of the bark up close, how a single leaf is built. Even an old, decaying leaf on the ground, it has its own structure, its own elegance in fading.
It's not just about finding beauty then, it's more about connection, understanding.
Exactly. Fostering a deeper connection, understanding the world's intricate tapestry a little better, bringing a bit of wonder back into the everyday.
So this whole exploration of Ang's view on Choy Sum's elegant form, it really shows the huge impact of just intentionally shifting how we look at things.
It's a powerful reminder, isn't it? That beauty, insight, even these moments of feeling connected to life cycles, they can pop up in the most unexpected, often overlooked spots.
And it feels like a skill you can develop, not just a random feeling.
Absolutely. And the knowledge gained here, it's not just about identifying a plant. It's about cultivating a way of seeing. An analytical gaze, sure, but also a deeply appreciative one.
Hmm.
It enriches understanding, encourages us to keep questioning, keep expanding our appreciation for the world. It's a skill that definitely goes beyond the garden. You can apply it everywhere.
Making the ordinary feel, well, extraordinary.
Precisely.
Okay, so here's a final provocative thought for you to take away. The next time you find yourself interacting with just an everyday object, could be a vegetable in your kitchen, yeah, or a branch outside, maybe even a building you pass every day, just pause.
Don't just look.
Right. Try to really see it, maybe through Aang's eyes for a moment.
Sure.
Can you spot its slender form? Can you see the little stories in its own muted yellow remnants? Or find the visual interest in its life cycle, whatever stage it's in?
What unexpected beauty might you discover if you actively choose to look beyond the obvious and just observe?